There's a lot of people that do something that I just don't get, and that is when they break up with somebody, they talk about, well, we're going to be friends. Huh? Where they do that at? Okay, this was the same dried up, crusty looking, major blood pressure high motherfucker that you couldn't wait to get away from, or they couldn't wait to get away from you. But now all of a sudden, you supposed to like morph magically into best buds? How does that work? See, I just don't understand that. To me, that's a bunch of bullshit. And I will spend the next few minutes explaining to you why. Number one, there's only four ways that this could go, right? Well, maybe five or six. I don't know. I'll kind of roll through them as I think of them, and we'll see how many I come up with at the end. Okay, so you was with somebody, then you all decide you're not going to be together no more. But one of you has lingering feelings, right? So you agreed to this friendship bullshit, but secretly you still have feelings for your this person you separating from, and you want more. So you agreed to the friendship thing just because that's what they offered. Okay, so let's say he wants to break up, 'cause he wants to be friends, and you want more. Okay, that's one. Or maybe you want to be friends and he wants more. That's two. Or maybe neither one of you want a friendship. You just had a big fight and you both are just stupid and you both want more, but for whatever reason, you guys are like playing with yourselves. I don't know what that's all about. Or you say, sure, yeah, let's be friends, and you have some expectations, right, that you aren't willing to really share, and you're waiting for the moment to strike so you can, get back in there or get things reestablished. Rather, that's what I'm trying to say. Now, what I'm trying to figure out though is how does that work? Okay, so you get with this person, and now you're supposed to be friends. So you're supposed to be trying to get over them. You're supposed to be like closing that door, moving on. How do you do that when you stay in contact with the person as if you never broke up? Y'all still get together. You talking about you gonna hang out. You don't hang out with your exes. That's a setup for disaster. I mean, when you break up with somebody, you need to be very clear about what's happening. And what I keep seeing is, people everybody want to be nice and try to not let the other person down, and not to be a bitch and not to be evil and not to break a heart or not to have the person think poorly of you. And y'all be going through all these conniptions when what you really want to do is drop kick that motherfucker to the North Pole. That's what you really want to do. But you be going through all these things in your mind where you got to try to be nice and be friendly and all this stuff. I don't want to be friends with my exes. I wish they would all die. If I could get a wood chipper machine where there would be no evidence that I put their bodies in there, I would stuff them in that sucker and turn that switch on high and watch them just like little bits and pieces of them fly out. That's what I would do. Or I would be like a Nip Tuck. I don't know if you guys used to watch that show, but I so loved Christian. And I remember one time they had to get rid of this criminal dude, what you call a little thug dude, and they killed his ass and they tied hams to him and threw him out in the Everglades. And then the next thing you know, the crocodiles was having a midnight snack. I thought, wow, that was absolutely brilliant. I would like to do that to some of my exes too. So you see, I have dreams of violence towards mine, and it really it just makes me feel really good, and it get relief stress, and I don't actually have to go to jail. See, all this takes place in my mind, and then I have like this satisfied smile on my face, and I sleep really well at night. But if you have, okay, the same motherfucker that got on your nerves as a quote friend, calling you, wanting to come over, bugging the fuck out of you, asking for favors, waking you up to talk and all this stuff. See, no, 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 no. You don't have that space in my life anymore. And I want you to understand you don't have that space. You have lost that privilege. And so goodbye. Goodbye, good luck, and good riddance. That's the only thing I have to say to you. So you guys that hang on to these relationships, see, inevitably what happens is one or two things. Either A, you have these lingering feelings and you stay stuck with trying to hope that you can get back together with this person. And since that person is really not interested in you, they just fucking with you with this friendship thing. They're on about their business. They're doing whatever with whoever, right? May even be trying to tell you about it since you all friends now. They want to get your advice on their new woman and or they new nigger, whatever. And so here you are in this position where you're trying to, have this straight face and be all strong and, a G and shit, where this person is like stabbing you in the heart every time they talk about some other man or some other woman. And you just trying to deal with it because you secretly hoping that they'll see that you're still interested and come back to you. That is like, what kind of sissy shit is that? Their shit never works. And even if they do come back, why? I mean, nothing's changed. The relationship what the issues that were there that made you break up are still there. Nobody has changed. So all you're gonna do is go get on this like treadmill of this little hamster wheel thing where you get back together and you break up. You get back together, you break up. You get back together, you break up. And you do that. I mean, some people do that for 10, 12 years and they never move forward in their relationship. It's still, fraught with problems because those people are incompatible. They just refuse to let go of each other. Some sick dependency. So that's, anyway, I got sidetracked. That's one thing. The other thing that happens is you are sitting there, trying to be friends with this person. And so what you're essentially doing is bringing your past into the present. So either you or the ex are now dragging a past relationship and some nasty history into your current life and any current relationship that you may have. So now you have a new partner and you still want to go to lunch and shit with your ex. And you still want to have little midnight giggle sessions with your ex. And you still call your ex to, go to lunch and to see what they doing and also, okay, where they do that at? How does that work? I mean, and then you get upset when you don't understand how your new partner would feel threatened by that, and you want to accuse the new partner of being jealous and insecure. No, you made them that way. See, when people tell me they're friends with their exes, unless it's like the mother of their children, and I know they need to have contact because the kids are young or they're not adults yet and there needs to be still some parental involvement, so there would be some necessary and required and hopefully civil conversations between those two parents about their children, even when the kids are older, like graduation from college, weddings, you know what I mean, the birth of a new baby. I mean, they still have blood ties there. They really still are going to have to be connected and have a conversation at some point. But I'm not talking about when they get together and everybody go out and they hanging out having drinks and shit. What is that? But I know a lot of people who do that. And they like, oh, I went out with my ex. Not you not dating me doing that shit. I mean, you know what I mean? Because you haven't let go yet. When people do that, it's like you guys need to admit to yourself you haven't let go. You're still hanging on to this person and you're still hanging on to that relationship. It's a very, very unhealthy thing to do because you can't move on. I can't tell you how many letters I've got to my advice column from young women talking about, well, they're with the new boyfriend and say, oh, but I still cry about my ex, I still think about him. And I mean, the boyfriend, I guess, is clueless or something. I don't know what the deal is there, but you can't have the past and the present at the same time. That never works. You got to live in one place or another, one time zone. That's all you get. You can't live in both places. So it does the new partner a disservice when the ex is always hanging around. Are you always talking about the ex? Are you always talking to the ex? I mean, think about that. I mean, how does that work? I mean, why are you trying to hurt somebody? If you really that hung up on your ex partner, then stay single. Don't get somebody else involved until you figure out what you want to do about the feelings that you have lingering for that past, that relationship and that person. It's not fair to the new person. And I just really don't understand this need that people have to quote be friends. I mean, were you ever friends? I mean, I know some people do start off as friends and then they try the boyfriend girlfriend thing and then it doesn't really work too well, so they go back to being friends. Okay, those are like the minority. Most people meet in the heat of passion. They get together as, as sexual partners, lovers, whatever you want to call it, and then it doesn't work, and then they break up. Okay, but you still have those ties, and you're still looking for that kind of connection with that person. It may take months, or sometimes even years, depending on how long you were together, for you to really, really get over that person and clear them out of your system. The only way you're going to get started on that path is to be very firm with yourself and just eliminate any and all contact with your ex. You've got to do that. You can't be tipping by for a booty call. You can't call them because you're lonely and want to hear their voice. You can't just hang out and go to the places you used to go and reminisce about the past. You can't do that. You can't. Especially having sex. That's like a real, I mean, you're never going to move on doing that. Because it just keeps you too emotionally and spiritually and physically attached to someone that you claim that you're over with. So people do that. I don't get that either. It's like I would rather gnaw off my arm than have one of my exes touch me. Oh my God! It's like, get away from me, you creature. So you guys who can do that, more power to you. But my role here, though, is, like I keep saying, is not to get involved with your stuff and coddle you along. My role here is to get you to think about why you do the stuff that you do, what benefit and risk each move that you are going to do or have done or will do in the future, how that's going to impact you, and then for you to think about stuff and make better decisions, better choices that are in your own best interest. Nothing I'm saying here is designed to hurt you. The stuff here is designed to get you to think. And if you decide that that's really what you want to do after you put in thought, then hey, do it. But just don't blindly roll into some shit, just because the person that is breaking up with you and throws this little crumb of friendship out there. And of course, you all heartbroken and confused and want to cry and all, lost and lonely and shit because they left you. So you think, oh, I can still have contact with him. I can still see him. We can still talk and everything if I'm his friend. And see, then that's when you get your feelings hurt, because then you be like, well, I called him and I texted him, and then he never called me back, or he, said he was busy, and I thought we were going to be friends. See, that's another part of the setup that I almost forgot to mention. So, they throw that friendship thing out there, but they're not really going to have no real interest in it. That's just something to do so they can ease out the door without seeing you break down and, go into a puddle of tears. That's just something to give you hope. And while you sitting up there hoping and dreaming and fantasizing, they have slid on out the door and going, shoo, dodge that bullet. That's how they are. So, I mean, really think about it. This is what you should think about. Let me just roll through this. Number one, do you trust this individual? Is this individual a good person for you to put time and energy into once you break up? If they were, then why did you break up? Okay, let's start there. Okay, so that's question one. Number two, is this person someone who, if you had no romantic interest in, you really have a lot in common and you would really find a friendship with them to be rewarding? You know, where's the commonality? What do you have in common besides the fact that you was, quote, in love and you was boning each other? What do you do? Where is that at? Okay, and then number three, is this something, is the relationship that you have outside of the lover relationship strong enough to withstand the heat that's going to come when one or both of you start wanting to see other people, or is it going to go up in smoke? So, think about that and think about the time and energy that you would put into trying to, quote, be friends with this person. Because my thing is this, if we broke up, that means you ain't my friend. Because, see, friends have each other's back. Friends are trustworthy. Friends are honest. Friends are people that you can laugh and joke and cry with. And friends are, to me, if I call somebody my friend, that is a badge of honor. And very few people get to have that honor. So none of my exes would ever get to be called my friends. Instead, they called you ugly, stupid ass motherfucker. That's their title. So you guys think about that and let me know what you think in the comment section. This is Deb Cooper from survivingdating.com signing out.